This is ACMi News, recognized nationwide as the first place winner of the 2022 Hometown Media Award for News Access.
Arlington is now the largest Bay State municipality to pass bottled water restrictions to reduce the adverse effects plastic pollution has on greenhouse gas emissions. We'll tell you about that ban and other town matters with Town Manager Sandy Puller. These plants may look like a backdrop to a Lost in Space studio set, but they're actually lining the bike path right here in town, and we'll tell you why they're pink. ACMi News talks to a Hollywood actor and director about her new project of applying Zoom technology to old-time classic radio. Her first project, tackling one of the greatest radio broadcasts in modern history, just in time for Halloween. And we'll take a tour of some really creative Halloween window displays levitating in these parts. The funk of 40,000 years. Well, not that long, really. ACMi News starts right now.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered, giving you stories that count from people who care. Reliable, trustworthy, dependable. This is the 2022 nationwide award-winning ACMi News.
A very important deadline is fast approaching that touches on two particular town issues. Hello, I'm Jeff Barn. First, the town of Arlington's single-use plastic water bottle ban goes into effect November the 1st. You'll recall that ban passed at this year's town meeting. Now, the ban prohibits the sale of plastic bottles of non-carbonated, non-flavored water in sizes of 1 liter or less, and applies to any Arlington business that sells bottled water, event planners, houses of worship, and town departments such as schools. Earlier, we spoke to Town Manager Sandy Puller about the water bottle ban and another routine that will be halted come November the 1st.
Well, one is a change that came about because of a town meeting vote. We voted to ban the sale of single-use bottles. That will go into effect November 1st. So I would encourage people to think about having water bottles they can refill or containers so we can reduce that really needless waste of a lot of plastic. The other thing comes about because of changes in state law. We are no longer able to accept mattresses for recycling as of November 1st. So I would say if you have a mattress to get rid of now, I would encourage you to put it out in the trash. We will be working on a program through the town where people will be able to pay for mattress pickup. We will kick that off after November 1st. You can also always go to a private hauler, but you won't be able just to put it out on the street anymore without an appointment and paying a fee. So if you have those old things to get rid of, I would get rid of them now. Otherwise, look at the town website for how to dispose of things after November 1st.
To see our entire interview with Sandy Puller, including the future of the town budget and the Appleton-Mass Ave intersection, just go to our website, acmi.tv/news. Again, that's acmi.tv/news. Arlington Select Board has scheduled a virtual forum to get your input as the search for Sandy Puller's successor gets underway. The forum, set for Thursday, November the 10th at 7 p.m., offers Arlington residents the opportunity to share their thoughts regarding the skills and experience the next town manager should possess. The town has contracted with a consulting firm, Community Paradigm Associates, to help in the search process. And Bernard Lynch, the principal of the firm, will take part in the forum. Now, if you're interested in knowing more, or if you wish to sign up, just go to the town website, arlingtonma.gov/selectboard. Again, that's arlingtonma.gov/selectboard, or you can call the Select Board office at 781-316-3020. Arlington's police department is once again taking part in National Drug Take-Back Day on Saturday, October the 29th from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. Residents are invited to stop by Arlington Police Headquarters on Mystic Street to safely discard expired or unused medications. Drug Take-Back Day provides a convenient and very responsible way to discard your unwanted or expired prescription medication.
They've been doing these events for the last 10 or 11 years or so. usually twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. And it's a chance for people in the community to come to a location in town and drop off unused, unneeded medications. Great program that helps get unneeded and unwanted drugs out of houses and get them properly disposed. Great program.
No one needs to tell a police officer, someone who's always on the front lines, that we have an overdose epidemic in this country. Arlington is not, excluded from this, and the surrounding communities. You can also get educated just by reading some of the literature and finding out and having your questions answered by police officers on this particular day, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We'll do it right here at the station. We might do it outside if it's a nice day, or we'll do it right here in the lobby. And actually convinced that it's right near this drug box that we have here that we've probably had for 10 years now. So that's open 24/7. People can bring unused, unneeded medications there. And it's really important to get them out of the houses. It's another opportunity not only to get these drugs disposed of properly, but get them out of the hands of people that they don't belong to, and keep them away from people who might be suffering from addiction, to be honest with you.
Again, National Drug Take-Back Day is October the 29th from 10 in the morning to 2 p.m. For more information, just go to the Drug Enforcement Administration website. That's at dea.gov/takebackday. Again, that's dea.gov/takebackday. Recently, ACMi spoke with Chief Julian Flaherty of the APD and covered a number of topics, including helping those who are unsheltered in Arlington now that the cold weather is setting in.
We also partner with Arlington's Health and Human Service, and we have our homeless outreach team. And that consists of our clinician, a police officer, and the Somerville Homeless Coalition clinicians going out into the community and identifying our unsheltered people in the community, offering resources, basic needs, meeting their basic needs, and really with the ultimate goal of finding permanent housing for them. And I heard a really great story the other day. One of our unsheltered community members had lost a family member and really wanted to attend the services, but didn't have anything formal to wear. And our police officers came together and donated a suit and shoes and everything for that person to wear to the services. And that was just a great story to hear. And it really touches on what our officers do on a daily basis here.
It's one of the benefits of the job, without a doubt. Yeah, well, and you do it so well. But is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just up in the future, coming up on October 27th, we will be at St. Agnes Church at Hope Hall at 6 p.m. Talking about opioid crisis along with our safety team, and we'll be presenting to everybody in attendance there. On November 3rd, we are hosting, along with Arlington Health and Human Service, a Narcan night. And that will be at the new community center over on Maple Street. And that's an opportunity for people in the community to come in, learn about the life-saving drug Narcan, learn how to use it, and leave with a dose of Narcan. So those are two events that we're really looking forward to.
To see the entire interview with Chief Julian Flaherty, just go to our website, acmi.tv/news. Again, that's acmi.tv/news. In a related story, the Senné Real Estate Corporation says individually we're great. Together, we're even better. That rings very true with Senné's current campaign to make sure everyone has a warm winter season this year. Senné is looking to collect your unwanted coats and jackets for those without simple needs. Through November the 15th, each Senné location in Boston, Cambridge, and Arlington has a box handy to take your garments you no longer need, and others can benefit from your generosity. They're looking for coats for men, women, and children. Here at home, you can drop off your unwanted garments at the Senné location at 75 Park Avenue. Arlington is highlighting the impact of harmful invasive plants this month with so-called Pink Plants campaign, a campaign that raises awareness about the impact of invasive species and the importance of proper land management. Two Arlington High School volunteers, Greta Mastro and Clara Snyder, used eco-friendly pink paint to mark a pair of sites along the Minuteman Bikeway, where these plants are growing at an alarming rate. The plants are primarily the Oriental bittersweet, which can smother surrounding plants, and the Japanese knotweed, which has an aggressive root system and can kill off nearby plants. You'll find these plants on the bike path near Buzzlefield Park and the path entrance between Mill and Summer Streets. This campaign is paid for by the Conservation Land Stewardship Fund, and both sites will be cleared of the plants by the end of this month. The Regent Theater celebrated the life of American spiritual guru Ram Dass this week with a film, book signing, and a panel discussion. The film, Dying to Know, Ram Dass and Timothy Leary, was featured at the October 19th event and also included filmmaker Gay Dillingham. Ram Dass was a Harvard psychologist and psychedelic pioneer forever linked to Dr. Timothy Leary, and his spirit has been a guiding light for 3 generations now, helping millions to free themselves from their bonds as Dass worked through his own. The Regent program also included Ram Dass's niece as well.
Well, it's been an honor to be part of the Ram Dass family and the Richard Alpert family too, because he really was a wonderful man. He was an integral part of my family growing up, and he was a completely different guy. He was Uncle Richard. He was a little crazy and fun and zany, but then later in life, he completely transformed into a very mellow, loving person who talked about loving awareness, the importance of loving awareness. And he helped me when I was young with a lot of problems. And as I was getting older, if I ever had a romantic situation, he would tell me I was being too melodramatic and calm me down. He's really great.
Ram Dass's groundbreaking book, Be Here Now, helped popularize Eastern spirituality right here in the West. For more information on upcoming shows at the Regent Theater, just go to their website, regenttheater.com. Again, that's Regent Theater with an R-E.com. Arlington's International Film Festival kicked off its 2022 festival season at the Boston Public Library this month. A conversation with Jerald Walker took place on Tuesday, October the 4th. Jerald Walker is a professor of creative writing at Emerson College. His latest book, How to Make a Slave and Other Essays, won the 2020 Massachusetts Book Award in nonfiction. The event at the Boston Library was moderated by journalist Crystal Haynes. Walker talked about his experience with American essayist James Allen McPherson at the Iowa Writers Workshop, and that experience changed Jerald Walker's life forever.
First, I want to talk about this title.
Yep.
What made you, it's very provocative, right? So how'd you come up with it, and why this title?
The title refers to a famous line from Frederick Douglass, who, after he was in a fight with his slave master, or before he had a fight with him, when he was tired of his master beating him, he said to him, "You have seen how a man was made a slave, you shall see how a slave was made a man." And that was the moment when he decided that he would no longer allow someone to treat him as if he were subhuman. I use that title because it is in some way a metaphor for the themes I address in the book, mainly how at some point I had to decide that I could no longer be a slave to race in a way that was harmful to me, which is to say, to constantly see race in everything that transpired, to be so concerned about racism and oppression that it created a sense of paranoia in me. And so while Frederick Douglass reached a point where he threw off the treatment of his master, I had to throw off the cloak of racism as being a prevailing theme in my life. My mentor, in fact, James Allen McPherson, spoke about the importance of finding the comic in the tragic, that life is nothing but a combination of the two. It's not always good, it's not always bad, it's not always sad, it's not always funny. There's a mixture of these things. And if you can find a way to incorporate that in your work, or at least that's my goal, then it allows people to deal with the reality of life, which is sometimes kind of bleak, but also to have relief from it by expressing some joy or happiness on the other side of the pain.
The Arlington International Film Festival takes place at the Capitol Theater on Mass Ave, November 3rd through the 6th. For more information on all the events connected to that festival, just go to their website, aiffest.org. Again, that's aiffest.org. This week, ACMi News had the opportunity of interviewing Hollywood actress and producer Lee Purcell and we took it. Miss Purcell has starred in movies with actors Michael Douglas, Charles Bronson, and Orson Welles. Purcell's directing a program using Zoom technology with the Hollywood radio players, recreating the great radio shows of yesteryear. And just in time for Halloween, Purcell's latest project is the classic radio show War of the Worlds, starring Orson Welles. A program that aired on Halloween 1938, scared radio listeners from coast to coast, and changed the broadcast industry forever.
Yet across an immense ethereal gulf, minds that to our minds as ours to the beasts in the jungle,
intellects, vast, cool, and unsympathetic,
regarded this earth with the envious eyes and slowly and surely drew their plans against us.
Performing on Zoom is a whole different thing, and performing a classic radio show from 1938 is a whole other thing. And because I had worked with Orson long ago in a film called 5 different titles, but one of them is Necromancy. And so I wanted to do something as an homage to Orson, because I was directing this piece, so I got to choose what I wanted to do. So I chose The War of the Worlds, which I've always been fascinated by. And I wanted to do the original script from that 1938 broadcast. And so that's what we did. And to do it on Zoom, where you only see actors like you're seeing me right now from the, chest up, is particularly challenging.
Someone's crawling out of the hollow top. Someone or something. I can see peering out of the black hole 2 luminous discs.
The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost Good heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear.
But that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. The eyes are black and gleam like a serpent. The mouth is V-shaped with saliva dripping from its rimless lips.
What we did was we took that show that we did on Zoom and we bookended it. Well, and the opening of that is an intro from Tom Bergeron.
And we are pleased to bring you the Hollywood Radio Players anthology series of classic radio plays from the golden age of radio.
We tweaked the show as much as we could and edited as best as we could, but we added, what makes it so unusual is we added a lot of special effects. Because we are radio that you can see, right? We had to search for videos from 1938 of those musical pieces, which we found with a great deal of trouble.
We now take you to the Meridian Room in the Hotel Park Plaza in downtown New York, where you'll be entertained by the music of Ramon Raquello and his orchestra.
So we did that, and it's posted on our website, HollywoodRadioPlayers.com. And there's a link there, and that will take you right to YouTube, which is where the show lives.
That grinning, glowing, globular invader of your living room is an inhabitant of the pumpkin patch, and if your doorbell rings and nobody's there,
that was no Martian. It's Halloween.
Tonight, the Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations coast to coast has brought you The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, the 17th in its weekly series of dramatic broadcasts featuring Orson Welles and the Mercury Theatre.
This is truly a clever take on broadcasting history, and you can see Lee Purcell's War of the Worlds and other programs. Just go to her website, HollywoodRadioPlayers.com. Again, that's HollywoodRadioPlayers.com. And Lee wanted to wish all of her family members right here in the Arlington area, and there are many, a very happy Halloween. Besides being your television station in Arlington, ACMi is very proud of its internship program here. Students from the world over spend a semester with us and then pursue their interests with hands-on experience. We are once again happy to show you this semester's news intern, Sachi Mascara, a Tufts University student who's eager to learn filming and also news gathering.
Hi, my name is Sachi Mascara and I'm a sophomore at Tufts University. I'm currently double majoring in psychology and film and media studies. I grew up in Mumbai, India, and I spent the past 3 years of my life in Oxford. I was initially interested in ACMi because I loved how incredibly hands-on it was. I've acted for a large part of my life, and recently in the past year I've gained a massive interest in production and film. I think I'm a very big people person. I love to meet people, hear their stories, make them laugh. I love to go to different places, try new food. So that's me. I am a part of a sketch comedy group at Tufts and I love it so much. It's my favorite thing ever.
Next up we have the fan favorite, Bumpy Bad and
I act in it. We're called the Institute Sketch Comedy and we have 3 shows per semester. I've danced for the past 15 years of my life. I do an Indian classical dance called Odissi. And I love it because it helps me get more in touch with my roots. It's a beautiful sunny day right now, not raining at all, and I'm having the time of my life reporting here right now. No, wait, no, I messed that up. I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. It was beautiful and sunny 2 minutes ago, but I think it's starting to rain, so I think I'm going to head over into the studio. Now that it's not raining in here, I think it's time for 2 truths and a lie. Okay, so the first one is that I speak 4 languages. The second one is that I'm afraid of heights. And the third one is that I've been vegan for the past 5 years of my life. Which one is the truth and which one is the lie? I wish I spoke 4 languages. I only speak 2. I speak English and Hindi, and I speak a bit of French, so 2.5. But yeah, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm Sachi Mascara, and I will see you soon.
Sachi is already working on news reporting, and we think she is going to go places. If you would like to become an intern right here at ACMi or know someone who does, all you have to do is call us right here, 781-777-1115. We don't even have to tell you. After learning with us, you're going to likely need an agent within, 2, maybe 3 years. Of course, they'll be taking 15%, maybe 10% if you're lucky. If you walk, bike, or motor through Arlington Heights, you've no doubt witnessed spooky witches, glowing jack-o'-lanterns, and scary ghosts. All have come to life after Arlington residents decorated 55 storefront windows in the Heights this month. Here are the results of the spooky artwork that now adorns these windows, just in time for the Halloween holiday. Our thanks to ACMi's own Cheryl Bruscalius for putting herself in peril and taking those videos of ominous ghouls, goblins, and other scary subjects as we face All Hallows Eve together. We're going to get through it. No worries. Maybe a 50-50 chance anyway. You may want to save that appetite and fast before November the 8th. Why, you ask? D'Agostino's on Mass Ave in the Heights is about to change the world with a gargantuan Italian sub. Yeah, we know you're saying Dags already serves generous-sized sandwiches already. Well, believe me, not like this. On November the 8th at 11 a.m., D'Agostino's will be serving up a 200-foot-long Italian sub. You heard it correctly, 200 feet in length, a sandwich. Dags is inviting you to stop by and support this gastronomical event. You'll also be benefiting FoodLink in the process. So what actually goes in to a 200-foot sub sandwich?
So as far as the toppings, we're going to leave it up to the consumers. For the meats and cheese, we'll do mortadella, capicola, provolone cheese, and Genoa salami.
So it's definitely an Italian sub.
It's definitely an Italian sub.
No doubt about it. How much are you going to use? Do you have any idea how much this is going to entail?
As far as product, we haven't made the calculations out yet because we're going to need to order specifically for the event. But when we get our next 6-foot Italian sub, between now and then, we're going to weigh out the materials and then base it off that and multiply it by 34. So,
obvious question: why are you doing this?
I had the idea when I was walking my dog one day, and I thought this would be a great event. And I said, how can we raise awareness for a company like Arlington Food Link, what we're doing for this? We're a sponsor, and we have multiple sponsors of local businesses that have participated to donate to Arlington Food Link, an organization that we're proud to be in the same town with and want to be affiliated with. So we're raising money for them.
What happens to this 200-foot sub once you create it and once you photograph it for posterity?
So Arlington High School is going to be having right around 1,000 staff members there that day who are doing a workshop during the day in the school. They're going to come out and consume the sandwich.
Could this be the beginning of a new tradition as far as D'Agostino's is concerned?
I'd like it to be. I'd like to get through this. This is our first run at something like this, so we want to make sure we follow through and do a really good job with this piece. But if it goes well, I'd love to be able to do something for the community like this in the future.
You can witness the creation of this monster sub. Then, after it's assembled and photographed for posterity, you may be able to partake in this Italian delicacy. They make great sandwiches at Dags. Looking forward to that. And that will do it for this week's edition of ACMi News. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jeff Barn. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you right back here next week. Take care.
You can always check out our latest segments and newscasts on the web at acmi.tv/news. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ACMi News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find us at youtube.com/ACMi News. If you have any news tips for us or wish to become a citizen journalist, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at news@acmi.tv or stop by ACMI Studio A at 85 Park Avenue.